In this video, I want to share 5 essential digital marketing systems that I believe every restaurant must have if they want to grow. Now, one of the unique ways we've laid these systems out is the systems on the left are more ROI or return on investment oriented, meaning that it's easier to track and quantify what your restaurant is getting back for what you spend. And the systems on the far right are more brand oriented. Now let's go over these really quick. The first system is the event and catering attraction machine. This is where we essentially put together a professional sales process. And the goal of this system is to generate 4 to 7 group bookings or catering gigs every single month. And obviously that's kind of an arbitrary number, but what we find is if we can generate 4 to 7 every single month, that tends to have a pretty meaningful impact on a restaurant. Of course, once you have it dialed in, you can then scale it up as much as you possibly can per concept, per location. The next system is the guest magnet method. This is where we essentially barter offers. So an offer is, for example, a buy one, get one pizza or a free appetizer or anything. But what it is not is a discount. Offers, we also like to call them magnetic goodwill offers because they should be perceived as truly generous, which will in turn help your restaurant build goodwill in the marketplace. Think about the first time you go to someone's house. People often say, oh, help yourself to anything in the fridge, but most of us aren't going to take them up on it. Whereas if they come to you and they say, hey, welcome to my home, would you like this cookie? Most of us will, because it's actually a thoughtful, generous offer, and they went out of their way to extend it to us. This is the way we want our magnetic goodwill offers to land. But the key thing here is we're not giving offers out willy-nilly. It's not just, hey, take a picture of this ad and show it to us, or clip out this coupon from a magazine and bring it into us. It is a barter. So we give them that offer, and in exchange, we get their data: name, phone number, email, and birthday. The reason for this is we then build up our restaurant's database, which is a communication asset that we can use again and again and again. The thing about social media at the organic level is it's kind of like rented land. We don't own our Instagram accounts or our Facebook pages, and the platform can do whatever it wants. It can effectively delete our page if it wanted to. It can also throttle the amount of reach that we're able to get. A database, names, phone numbers, emails, birthdays, we can kind of take to the bank. We can be in touch with that list as often as we want and in whatever way we want for very little additional investment. The third system, reputation accelerator. We've all heard it before, our reputations precede us. Now, the thing about how most restaurants go about their reputation is they kind of just leave it to chance. And while there are many facets to reputation, for the reputation accelerator here, we're really focusing on the most needle-moving aspect of our reputation, which is reviews. And what we're optimizing for is generating more of them as fast as we can. We call this review velocity. This is important, obviously, because when people are looking for restaurants, we want to show up in as sterling a fashion as we possibly can. And when people find us and they see tons of 5-star reviews, they're far more likely to visit our restaurant than a restaurant that has fewer reviews or a lower rating. The other reason we really want to proactively generate reviews is actually for local search engine optimization, which we'll touch on a bit more in the next system. But when Google sees our restaurant is getting a lot of reviews at a fairly fast pace, it signals to Google that we are a going concern and that people are having a good experience at our restaurant. And at its simplest level, getting more reviews is a function of asking for them more often. So what we do is we create simple little custom QR code cards that your servers and bartenders can use because we leverage the built-in rapport that servers and bartenders have with guests, and we send folks either straight to a spot where they can enter the review on Google Business Profile, or we may even create a custom landing page where they can click a button that will send an email in the case that they didn't have a great experience. So we mitigate some of the negative experiences that people will inevitably have. All right, moving on to the fourth system, local visibility booster. This is really about optimizing for performance in local search and maps, what many folks will call local search engine optimization or local SEO or just search engine marketing. And the best way to explain this is we find high value keywords in a local area, for example, tacos near me, best restaurants, Toronto, Ontario, etc. And we find ways to optimize our Google Business Profile and our websites and directory listings and citations across the internet for those keywords. There are many other factors that lead to us showing up higher in local search and maps, but in a nutshell, all Google's looking for are signals, all kinds of different signals that prove that you have experience in your industry, that you have some kind of expertise, whether that's making pizzas or pad thai, that you have authority, and that you're trusted. And really at the local level, it seems to me that trust is the most important factor. So a few really simple ways we can build trust is generating reviews, fully using our Google business profile, so updating it with images, using the posting feature, having a fully filled out description with keywords, claiming citations and directory listings across the web. So for example, on Yelp, TripAdvisor, Zomato, etc., there are hundreds of these. And also ensuring that wherever else you show up on the internet in these directories, your name, address, and phone number is accurate and it's consistent. So that's the local SEO side of the local visibility booster. But we want to pair that with Google Ads as well, because Google Ads give us a really cost-effective and straightforward way to show up for those high-value, high-intent keywords. What I mean by high-intent keyword is if someone is searching for restaurant near me, they're hot to trot. They're going to go to a spot that they find on Google that looks good and that seems to have a solid reputation. Now the final system, system 5, is the brand and relationship builder. This system is essentially a powerful content marketing play. There's a book I highly recommend that underpins a lot of this system called They Ask, You Answer. And it's really about how do we become the most trusted voice in our industry. And you probably guessed it, it's really about answering the questions that people have. So let's say that you're an Italian joint. How can you create content that answers every single question that folks have about Italian cuisine in your local area? It's about assuming the position of the teacher or the educator in all the content we create, which turns out to feel a lot better than always being self-promotional or always asking people to buy my stuff. So by showing up in the local marketplace as an educator and a teacher, we build brand. We show up in a way completely different from our competitors. We also want to share about the community, right? Especially at the local level, community is very important. So there it is, 5 essential digital marketing systems that will grow your restaurant.